WYCC members help to bring all kinds of fantastic programming and mysteries like those you're enjoying today. And we'll give you a glance into the world of mystery authors like David Krugler, who's here with us. David, it's so much fun talking to you. Let's talk about the main character of your book, Ellis Voigt.
Sure. Well, Ellis is a 26-year-old officer in the Office of Naval Intelligence. He's originally from Chicago, but he's stationed in Washington, D.C. And his assignment is to investigate the murder of a fellow officer who turns up dead in an alley. But his superior officer thinks the victim was up to something that he shouldn't have been. It turns out he was right. The victim was spying for the Russians. So Ellis has to find the murderer, but also crack the spy ring.
Do you base either Ellis or some of the characters in the book on people that you know in real life?
I don't base it on people I know in real life, but I do base some of the characters on historical figures. Ellis is mostly a creation of my own, but some of the minor figures in the book are based on actual historical figures, and some famous people do make appearances, if indirectly. So there are references to J. Edgar Hoover, for example, and the Secretary of the Navy.
Now, do you have to get permission for something like that? Do you have to go to the Justice Department or the FBI and say, I'd like to base my character on J. Edgar Hoover?
Well, you know, the dead don't bleed, but they can't sue either. So I can use all these deceased figures as I want.
Now, because you are a historian, I know history does creep up on the character as well, and we touched on this a little bit before, but how do you keep from blurring the lines, or is it okay to blur the lines?
It's okay to blur the lines when you're setting a scene or taking your characters into action and putting them in a certain place. I did a lot of research to get the procedural details right about spycraft and communications and espionage and topics like that. So a lot of it is based on actual historical events and workings.
I bet your students love you.
I hope so.
Bet.
I hope so, but they had to take a test earlier this week, so they probably don't like me too much.